Welcome to another live stream. I am Keith. This is Life Journey Production Studios, and I want to welcome you. We are going to have a shorter stream tonight. Just FYI, let me launch something here that I thought would be cool to pop on the screen. So tonight we're going to have a town hall tonight at 5:15, and so we hope that you guys will consider joining that if you haven't already signed up, and the link is already in the chat. And so all you got to do is fill out the form, first name, last name, and your email, and then in the notes say join town hall. You have until 5:15 to do that, and I'll try to get you an invite. We will be starting the town hall at 5:15. So just FYI, that would be great. We're also going to spend some time with this little puppy tonight. And I don't know what is on the bottom of the screen. I've been trying to figure that out. I must have chat basically over top of part of that. I don't know what's going on here. Let me see if I can make this change. There we go. That got rid of it. So I am back. So that's the YoloBox Extreme. And as I've said before, that was sent to me by YoloLiv or YoloLiv, however you want to say it. And I've never had anything from YoloLiv before. So this is my first experience. They sent it over for me to check it out and asked if I would do some videos. I said it would just depend if I like the device, if I think it'd be something that I would recommend to my clients. And obviously we've unboxed it here on the channel. And then tonight we're going to take some Q&A about the YoloBox. I have it set up on the desk behind me, so we'll be going there here shortly. But let me know tonight in the chat if everything sounds good, and let's turn record on. I'm just going to record the program out tonight, and that's going to be it. So I had a different plan for tonight. In fact, in reality, I had a product that was supposed to be here by tonight. It was a product that's releasing right now. It was announced at CES last week, and that device did not make it in time. So I literally had 2 still images ready for tonight, 2 intro videos, 2 outro videos, in case it actually arrives sometime today. So that's why it didn't list my stream until later this afternoon, because I was holding off, hoping that this device would come. I've never done a unboxing on a release day for a product before, so I was really looking forward to it. But you know, things happen for reasons sometimes, so I'm perfectly comfortable with that. So we'll talk about that if that gets here. We'll talk about that next week. Again, it was something that I would use in my studio, it is going to be something that we will talk about then. I'm not going to talk about that tonight, but I will have a still image up. As soon as that arrives, I'm going to announce that live stream next week. But tonight we're going to be going until 5 o'clock, and then we are going to break. And then if you already have asked to join the town hall, which is a Zoom meeting tonight, so it's not going to be live. We're not going to record it. Just a chance for you guys to get together face-to-face on a Zoom call. So obviously you would have to have the Zoom software available or able to connect to it. And if you want to show us around your studio, then you might want to connect with a smart device, which gives you a mobile camera, unless you have the ability to show us around your studio. But we would love to have you be a part of that. Again, you can... if you haven't got an invite, then fill out that form and email me, and I will check the email tonight as we get rolling. I get alerts on my phone from my website as well. And so we'll get you that link. It'll come in your email. Just make sure you check your spam folder, just in case for some reason it does go there. Again, we're going to talk about the YoloBox, so if you have any questions, we'll go over the table here in a minute. For right now, we are going to say hi to folks in the chat. So let's see if we can get this chat working. And let's go up here. First of all, here, let's see, chat on the air. What just happened? Skycam off. Let's put chat on the air. This is the little note there. Tonight's stream will be 1 hour, and then at 5:15, the Zoom town hall will start. If you want to join, click on the link and then fill out the form. And in the notes, put town hall, and I'll send you an invite. I'll get an alert right here in my studio for whatever that's worth. Let's minimize that. Okay, so let's say hi to Grish. Hello, all excited about the stream. I'm glad you're excited. Grish also asked me if I am streaming from the YoloBox tonight, and I am not streaming from the YoloBox tonight because I wanted to be able to demo it. So I did put this response up there. So it's good to have you tonight, Grish. Tony said hi earlier, and I don't know if he's going to be in the live, but if you are, Tony, let me know. It's good to have TVJ here. You should check out his channel and Tony's channel if you have not subscribed. Make sure you check that out. K9 Striker is here. Is it Tuesday yet? Yeah, long story. Yeah, some people got confused. I won't say anybody in specific about what day of the week it is. So it is Tuesday. Joe, as always, it is great to have you, and you as well, Sean, from the farm. So David, it's good to have you from down under. I do have a poll up tonight. I hope you guys saw it, and I wanted to start with this by saying, how have you made any New Year's resolutions? I have mixed emotion about New Year's resolutions, but I don't want to ruin it for everybody else. So if you've made any New Year's resolutions, let me know tonight by responding to the poll. Right now we have 67% say no, 33% say yes, and there's 9 votes. So a lot of you have already voted. And again, thank you for joining us tonight, David. Cyber Gizmo, congrats on your milestone of 4K subscribers. Keith, well deserved. Well, thank you. I've had 4,000 for a while. We did a little bit of celebrating a while back, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And we're growing. I have people reach out to me all the time saying, hey, I could double your subscribers and I could change your website. But in reality, I'm semi-retired. I already have some ad revenue coming from my YouTube channel, and I'm probably one of those weird guys. I would rather not grow too fast right now because I early retired and I have a limit to how much I can bring in. I love consulting. I love doing installs. I love some of the other things I do. And obviously, I do a lot of volunteer work because, again, I'm limited. If I charge for all the things I did on the side, all the free consults that I do, that I thoroughly enjoy because I get a chance to see what you guys are doing. So if you haven't taken advantage of that free consult, please do. A little soapbox. I had a person I did a free consult with. We actually met here locally. He posted something on LinkedIn that basically said, you know, hey, quit doing free consults. It's just a cheesy way to advertise. You know, you're just going to spend the whole time promoting what you do. And that's not true. I literally love doing the 1 hour free Zoom consult that I offer because I have a high percentage of people that just take advantage of it. I get a chance to meet them. In fact, when I do a Zoom free consult, I spend a little bit of extra time when it's available, whoever I'm on the call with, just getting acquainted because that's my number one priority, to hear what you are doing and what's going on in your world, how that I might help. And then obviously if someone says, hey, Keith, I want to know more about your consulting program, then I offer that information. But I really do like to connect with the people that are here on the channel, those that you watch after the live streams are live. And probably 85% of what I do on my channel is live. Because I like the interaction. Anybody can upload a YouTube video, and I do that, and I will be doing more videos this year than I did last year uploading. But at the same time, my passion is this and connecting. That's why we're doing the town hall tonight. Once a quarter, I like to open up Zoom and get a chance to get everybody face to face. It's an opportunity for you guys to meet each other and learn more about each other, and that should be a lot of fun. I think we have like 7 or 8 people already said they were coming, and they've already received links. And again, if you just jumped on and you want to be a part of tonight's town hall, you can use the link in the description or the link in the chat, and then just fill out the form and say, join town hall or town hall. I'll know I need to send you a link tonight. Okay, keep rolling. Good to have you here. Stop and think now. Keith and gang, sorry I cannot attend both this session and the post-Zoom meeting due to conflict family. Well, that's great, Hank. We're going to miss you. So if you're watching this after the fact, thank you for letting me know. And we will definitely miss Hank in the live stream tonight as well as the town hall. He rarely misses those, but I understand family conflicts. It's good to have you, Trouble Vet. I don't know if I've had you on the channel before, but if I have, I apologize. But I'd love to hear where you're from. And it says from Bert. So maybe Bert is your name. I'm not quite sure. Grish, those are all marketing scammers. Avoid them. Yeah, and again, I don't respond to any of those people reaching out to me wanting to help my website. I wouldn't want them having access to my website in the back anyway. And if I did use a company, I have a very good friend of mine has a company in the Tri-Cities. We've worked together before, and he has his own business, and he would be more than able to help me when the time comes, and I can do that. So it's good to have you. Again, someone bashed you on LinkedIn. No, they didn't bash me on LinkedIn. It wasn't even addressed to me, in all fairness. It was just a blog about doing free consults in general to everybody that this guy is connected with. I did not respond because I couldn't say anything nice, and my mother taught me if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. And again, that's not like in context of dealing with discipline with my kids or mentoring or with my clients if I need to share something, but I just did not have a very good attitude, so I didn't respond to that. But spit straight facts can attest. Yeah, so again, did that go up? Yeah, there it is. So I think everybody's chat got popped up there. Before we jump on the table, again, fill out the poll tonight. Have you made any New Year's resolutions? Again, 10 votes now, 40% yes, 60% say no. And there's a reason I'm asking that, because there's a lot of new trade shows coming up. Just in case you don't know it, this is just around the corner, NAMM 2026. So if you want to know more about this, I will put the link in the description. This is Sweetwater's article, but basically 2026 NAMM show kicks off on January 20th in Anaheim, California. So if you want to go ride some rides at Disneyland and go to NAMM, I'm not going to NAMM this year, but I'm actually kind of strategizing right now to go to NAB. So hopefully that will happen, and I'll be really excited. That'll be the first time I've ever gone to NAB in Las Vegas, and that's coming up in April. We'll talk about that in the months to come. But if you're into guitars and all the equipment, live streaming audio tech, those type devices, then NAMM is the way to go. Let's see, January 20th. So if you'd like to know more, again, I will put a link in the description later tonight so that you can access that and decide if you want to go. Maybe you're near California, or maybe you're like me, not very close to California. Now, I'm going to be in California in March, because my son is getting married in middle to end of March. And so hopefully I'll get a chance to do a couple things, but the main reason we're flying in is the wedding. And then I also have a daughter that's having a baby right about the same time. So we are trying to figure out how to be at two places at the same time. So cross our fingers, say a prayer to that they happen at different dates so that we can participate in both of those. What time is the AV Cans unboxing? Well, I can tell you this. It is not an AV Cans unboxing, and I'll tell you why. I've been doing a lot of research, and many of you guys know that I got the YoloCam S3 in the studio. I did an unboxing live. I did a couple videos on it. It has a 1/1/3 sensor. And that's some of the best webcam sensors that you can get so far in the industry. There's a lot of people chasing after that mark, and I believe you're going to see a lot of webcams come out in the next couple months that will deal with their sensor size. And a lot of the PTZ cameras have very small 1/2.5 or 1/2.8 sensors. And my Insta360 Link 2, which only has 2 gimbals, it has a 1/2-inch sensor. And then my older Insta360 Link has a smaller sensor than that. But the YOLO Cam S3 having a 1/1/3 sensor, I'm really spoiled now. So I'm watching and waiting for a decently priced PTZ camera that has NDI, that has at least, I would hope, a 1/1.3 sensor, because again, a lot of the people that I would be demoing it, recommending it, and taking it out of the studio to location would be people that aren't going to have necessarily great lighting in their studio. And you need really good lighting if you're going to get down into those smaller sensors. And I have clients that have those AV cams. They're great cameras for $350. You can, I think, $350 when they were on sale. You can buy an NDI version, which was cool. And again, NDI, you can control it. You can have remotes. That's what I'm looking for, to be able to have something that's not tethered to a computer like a traditional webcam, that I can just have in the studio, and I can bring NDI in to my Rodecaster video and then use it. And I'll probably be using my Rodecaster video with my ATEMs, because the Rodecaster video can bring in NDI sources. It also can play video, so I may always have my Rodecaster video on in the studio, ready to come into tonight's or a nice live stream. It's not plugged in tonight because I have the YoloBox Extreme plugged in, but it will be a lot of fun to use the Rodecaster video to bring an NDI source or a NDI source into my live streams by using an input in my ATEM. Okay. It's good to have you, Aviator. Moin from Germany. Moin seems hello. Happy New Year to everyone. And may you all stay healthy and solvent. Yeah, we need to stay solvent. Thank you, Toto, for that little hi. Okay, so let's see. What else did I want to talk to you guys about? Oh, I was, let's see. Where is it at? Here we go. Just before we get over to the table, this is my web link right there. That's what will open up if you pop in the chat and you want to join the Zoom town hall. That link in that chat at the very beginning of tonight's chat takes you to this page. And then you just fill out the form, name, first name and last name. And then all I need is your email. And then in the notes down here, you would type in town hall, and then I will get an alert once you hit submit. And then I can invite you tonight to the 5:15 Zoom town hall. I hope many of you will come just to hang out. Even if you aren't 100% sure, please consider joining these quarterly Zoom town halls. Again, it's not recorded. It's just a chance for you to meet other people, and it'll be a lot of fun tonight. And to hear what you're doing maybe in your home studio, or what you're doing with tech, or what you do for a living, or just share what your New Year's resolutions are. Whatever you want to talk about, we'll try to give everybody an opportunity tonight to share, and that will be loads of fun. Sorry I missed your celebration. Wish I could be here more often. Well, that's totally cool. I am just excited that people are popping in to the live stream. So let's fire up the lights and turn on the microphone. Should be on the wireless go now. It looks like it's good audio, a tad bit hot. Let's bring that down just a little because I'm going to get animated on the table. Check. Cool. And I am going to take this mouse with me. I already have the back glasses on. Get a sip of coffee. Push this out of the way. I'm not going to be able to pop chat on the screen very easily. Let's see if I could reposition my Wacom tablet. Maybe I can do this from, let's see, can I put it right here and see it from the table? Sorry, I'm not better prepared. I think I'm just going to pass on that because it's going to fall over and I can't see the software I need to have access to. We're going to take the iPad over. Might want to shut those off. Don't take the coffee now. Okay, I got to step over some cables. So let's see. Let's change the camera angle to this, which is on the table. And let's refire up this. Whoa. Camera. Might have to adjust that now that it fell over. Okay. Still looks like we have audio. That's awesome. Let me know if you can still see me well in the chat. I will still answer questions in the chat from my phone, but I won't be able to pop chat on the air very easily because chat is too far away from me. I can adjust this chair. Let me do it real quick. But I wanted to be on the table, kind of a tech table tonight, and HDMI 1 is not working, so let's figure out what's going on with that. Try that again, I'll be right back. We'll see how that looks when I get back over here. I wish I had a better studio. Bigger and better. Okay. Let's try this again. Crazy days. So welcome to the tech table. I don't use camera 1 very often unless I'm on the table, and that's the shot we're in right now, and I'm using the Wireless Go microphone, and I'll try not to talk too loud because the audio looks a little hot. But let me know if you guys are all hearing this 5x5. And then I was messing with this camera. Let me go into the switcher view here. And this right here, let's see, 4. So here is a shot at the desk, and that's coming directly from the YoloBox. So there's the shot in the background. And let's see, I thought it was. Let's switch. Yeah, so you guys are seeing the fireplace. So this is that shot I just adjust. You can see I have HDMI 1 being used, then the 2 HDMI outputs, one's going to the monitor, and I can show you the monitor right here. So I've got the monitor set up, and you can change the layouts of this monitor. So if anybody wants to see how that's done, just make that one of the questions tonight. I'll give you the basic layout so I can show you the monitor. I can show you obviously the back of the YoloBox, and then I have this over the head shot, which is not perfect right now. Let's see if I can adjust this a little bit. So that is the Insta360 camera. So let's find that. Chat off the air. So I can also bring this shot up. Did that come up? Yeah, I can bring this shot up. And I can also bring this little 2 layout on the air. Let's see what's going on here. You guys are only seeing the one camera because I think I have chat on the air here. So let me get into my macros. I apologize. Where are you? Chat off the air. There we go. So that, so if I transition now, from here to here. Now you have the 2 box, and that's coming directly from the YoloBox, and that's this camera. Now this camera right here is the face cam by Elgato. So I have 2 USB cameras coming in. So that's USB 1 and USB 2 side by side. So the one shooting down on the YoloBox is the one that I talked about earlier. That's the YoloCam S3, and it has the 1/1.3 chip. And then I think, if I remember right, the let's cut to it full screen right here. I think this is even smaller than my Insta360 Link. So, and you're going to see some lip delay, I'm sure, when I'm on that camera. So I'm not planning on being on that very often. And then obviously if I want to have my lips in sync, then I'm just going to switch to my main EOS R camera. So I got the YoloBox in front of me, and my first impressions, as I've had it for a little over a month, is that it's quite an interesting device. It has a lot of inputs. You can bring in SRT, NDI. You can stream to multiple locations, though I haven't done any streaming yet. You can actually bring in video clips. You can bring in overlays. Like, for instance, right now, let's go back to this 2-box layout. Yeah, that's good. And let's cut back. So then if I was to go into the overlay screen right here, then I could bring in like a lower thirds. So there's a lower thirds I just put over top of me. I could put it up on the top right. These are just ones I made. I could bring on a countdown clock. And then there's things like this logo I can bring on. So I have the ability to do overlays. I can bring in images. There you go. So when you bring those on, you need to take them back off. And right now I'm trying to find, how did I bring that image on? Oh, there it is. So you have the ability to bring these images on the screen. So not only do you have overlays, not only do you have videos, not only do you have the ability to bring in NDI, you have the ability to do 4K streams. So there's 5 4K inputs. We talked about this before. So tonight I just really want to spend what time we have left, which is about a half hour, to see if you have any specific questions about the YoloBox. So let's look down at the chat. So one of the questions that I have on here doesn't have to do with the YoloBox Extreme, but can you watch the Zoom meeting without being present? You could join the Zoom meeting, but if you're going to join the Zoom meeting, I really want your camera on and your audio enabled. I understand there might be some language barriers, but it's not going to be live streamed. It's not going to be recorded. So the only way you would be able to participate would be to actually go ahead and ask for a link, join the Zoom conversation. And if English is a big barrier, then maybe just hang out with us, and we will be happy to oblige, and you can hang out in the Zoom call and just watch what's going on. So again, Q&A for the YoloBox Extreme. So if you have any questions, now would be the time. I would be happy to go into this setting right here. Let me go down to video outputs, and instead of, let's see, which one is it? HDMI out. That is set to I set this to mirror. There we go. So we'll bring that on the air here. That is input 4, and it's ready to go. So that is the screen. You can still see me there. My lips probably not synced, but you can still hear me. I can see the audio still fine. So what I did is I changed, instead of this, I have 2 HDMI outs, and you can see I can go program out, multi-view out, custom output, and that would be any one of the sources that I have live right now, including my side-by-side. But you can also mirror. So I'm mirroring the input. So if I change this to program, you would just be seeing what I have as a layout on the device. But if I go back to mirror, you're seeing the actual screen. So here's the overlay screen again. Let's close that. So here's the overlay screen. And so on the bottom right-hand side, so I can change what's in the overlays. I can change to a different camera now and go to the bigger camera right here, or to better see what I'm pointing at right here. I have all of these overlays, and you can add overlays just to simply hit plus. So I have lower thirds, images that I could get off of my storage devices. And right now I do have a USB-C drive right here. Go back, you got titles, timers, video sources that I could bring in and crop them if I wanted to. So that's how I can make lower thirds, YoloCast overlays, and web URLs, so I could bring in like H2R graphics, Flex Score, these presets, even Aaron Precky's chat plugin is right there. And I could bring in web URLs. So back out of that. So you have the ability to do that. Then you have all the audio settings, and you can enlarge those. So those are the audios that I can turn on and off, and I don't have audio on right now. But I do have this ready to go if we wanted to use it. Show you guys that real quick. I do have the wireless Go receiver and another transmitter right here that goes into the YoloBox. So we'll go ahead and fire those up. Let's magnet this on right there. And now you can see that I have audio level on the line in, and I could enable that, and then you would be hearing that audio and my audio from the ATEM at the same time. So I'm not going to enable that, but I can also monitor it if I wanted to as well. So again, if I want it on the program, I would hit on, so I can do line in, but it's not on the program right now because I have program off. So we're going to turn that off, but I could hear what I'm saying in my headphones. So you can obviously add audio to the device. So you could bring in audio from an interface. You could bring in audio from the Rodecaster, the Rode Wireless Go 2 or the Wireless Go Pro or the Wireless Go Me. So again, that's really cool. So you can shrink down this audio page now. So any questions about this? I have the impression that the Elgato camera in the YoloBox is a bit jerky, and is it possible to insert a SIM card to live stream with it? Yeah, so let me see if I have a camera angle here that I can use. Where are we? So let's go back to my main camera, and let me source this real quick. The camera angle I want is down here. How do I get to it with this far away? Okay, let's minimize this and see what happens. And cut to let's do, that is my PC. So do I have a macro? Me and my, ooh, that's not good. Ugh. Let's just fix one. Let's go me and my overhead. There we go. So I'll turn the light off for just a second. And let's turn my flashlight on. So right here is a SIM card slot. Right above my finger, and an SD card slot. So you just pop out the SIM card, and then you can actually live stream from the device. So I hope that answers your question. And I had to turn the overhead light so you could see that better on the screen. So again, you guys are just seeing the front of this. I can cut back to my main camera. But there's a lot of different things happening here. I've got the YoloBox plugged in, and I have some of the cameras going over there. I wanted to show you guys my HDMI 1 is my old Canon 5D Mark III. Let's see, how do I get that on the air over there? Let's go like this. HDMI 1 is on the air, is it? No, it's not, because I'm sharing. So let's get out of this mode, and instead of mirroring, program out. So there. So you have all these inputs in the back. The first 3 are HDMI. The next 5 are 4K, 2 HDMI outs, Ethernet cable, 2 webcams, and that's one of the webcams you said is a little choppy, and that's probably because of just that this is heated up. I've had it on for a while. I do have it lifted off of the table. I just made a makeshift mount to get it up so it could breathe. But then next to that, you have where I have my YOLO or my wireless go-to receiver, and then I have a SD drive right here plugged in, and then I have power to the device. So back to mirroring so you guys can see this. So then you have the record screen to set up all your recordings. So there's lots of features there. You have the ability for encoding. You have scoreboard accessibility. So I can just click the scoreboard on and then tap right here, and then the scoreboard will come on the screen on this side, and then turn it off to shut it off, and I can change scores and do different boards. Replay, again, so when you turn a replay on, it says, please set video source. So you gotta go into replay settings. You gotta hit select replay source. So let's say I'm just gonna replay the program right now. And so we'll hit replay right there. And then if I hit replay, play now. Is it replaying? Play now. Let me see if I have any time set here. 10-second replay. So we want to, okay, let's turn that back off. Let's just do HDMI 1 and program. And then replay, we want to show ins and outs. And display when enabled, that got reset. Okay, mute audio of sources for now, yes. Replay mode preference, always ask, yes. And then we're gonna definitely show intro and outro. Okay, so let's try this again. We'll enable replay, we'll hit an out point, an in point, an out point, and then I'll play it now. So there's a replay play, and it says replay on the very top, and then it'll roll the transition again, and now the replay's over. I could change to this camera and turn replay off, and that is USB. So we'll go back down here, reselect. We're gonna do, that's USB 2. So we'll do USB 2 and replay it, turn replay on. Here's the in point, out point, play now. And there's replay playing. So again, a lot of cool stuff with this YoloBox. Let's see if there are any questions. I was wondering if the jerkiness is a USB cable issue. It could be. I have pretty good, powerful cables up there. It might just be all the heat. I apologize, but these cameras have been on all afternoon waiting for the live stream. So I have 2 USB plugged in. This is pretty warm right now. It wasn't warm when we started, and I can't shut it off to reboot, but it's a great little device, and absolutely enjoying using it, and we'll be making some videos. I've just continued to try to learn all the in and outs. There's just so many features with this device that it is hard to wrap your head around it. So we're going to turn replay off. And then I'll go back into the other view just so you guys can see this again. Let's go into settings, HDMI outs. Let's go to screen mirroring. And I think we're set to bring that back on here. So then if I was to go back into replay, here's the replay settings. So you scroll all the way down, you have these different replays that I've done, and I could just simply play, select this one. So let's say I wanted to play that one. I could tag it, tag that one, tag that one. Let's turn this one off. Let's turn this one off and turn the tag on. And so now it's going to play tag 1 replays. So let's see, tag replay 1, replay 4. Let's do replay all. So now it is replaying in that box on the right. And now it's back to the normal video shot. So again, in the replay section, you have all of these settings. Replays disabled. Here's where you would choose what things you want to replay. You could replay all of these. The cool thing is that you can sort them by using tags and by enabling them. So the tags help you sort the different replays, and every time you do a replay, it makes kind of a folder, R4, R3, R2, R1. And then again, if I wanted to add another tag, I could just go up here and add another tag right here. Let's see, tags. Don't see the little addition button for the tags right now. Here's the speeds of the replays right here. I'll be at 25%, 33%, 50%, 75%, 100%. So I could replay at different speeds. So if I just wanted to replay the selected ones, let's turn the rest of these off so they won't play. And I could just replay selected at 75%. Still replaying. And once it's done, it transitions back. So, so that's using tags. Again, replay settings. This is the duration of the replay. You can go from 1 second all the way up to 50 or 60 seconds. And once you have the in and out points enabled right here, once you click enable, then you can see them pop up on the top of the screen. And then you can hit an endpoint. And then once it's recording the endpoint, you can hit an output point up on the top. So lots in the replay folder. You have a music folder, so we can play music background. Then you have the fade to black folder. And then if you go into the other modes, there's other things you can add. Once you start a live stream, you can invite people into a stream. So if you want to invite people into your stream, you can do that. But the only way to get the people add icon is to actually have a live stream set up, and then you can invite people. So I need to do a test live stream this next week, private, and then see if I can enable the invite guests in. Okay. Does the YoloBox have an internal battery, and up to what temperature can it be safely operated? I'm asking because I intend to stream outdoors even in low temperatures. Yeah, it does have, I don't have the specs in front of me, but it does have a limit. I think it's up in the hundreds, low hundreds, like 105 or something, if I think Fahrenheit, and then down to just below freezing. So, you know, again, it is a computer. So if you go on, and I'll find the link and I'll put it in the description tonight. I do not know right off the top of my head what the temperatures are, so I'm not doing very good with those questions. But again, here's the two cameras. So let's transition over here. I'm going to go back to program here. Output. So let me get into HDMI outs, and instead of mirror, I want to go to program, and then I'll bring this on the air. So, so that is USB cam, and this is the YoloBox, and this is the webcam, which is Elgato face cam, right here. So face cam. Wow, it just backed out. I don't know what happened. So maybe it's getting hot, but again, face cam, not the Pro, just a regular face cam. It doesn't have any built-in focus. And then this is right here is the YoloCam S3. And so if that's choppy, I'm not sure really why. And then this is my HDMI camera right here. This is my Canon 5D Mark III shooting from above my desk. Those are the cameras I have plugged right now. This is a video that I can play. And then I have one set up for multi-view. And while we're talking about that, let's play with multi-view here real quick. So let's go back into settings. Let's go back into video out. Oops, don't want to change that. Video output. Let's go back to mirror the screen, and let's mess with multi-view. So multi-view layouts are up here on the right. So if I wanted a 4-box, I could just choose this and then choose what I want to put in it. So let's do these and hit done. Then I can choose a background. I could add backgrounds right here. I don't have any backgrounds, so we'll just use one of these. And then I can change the border color. Let's go to yellow. Okay. I can change the border thickness and scale. And done. So now I can bring that on the air. And then if I get out of go back to program out and unmirror and just go to program, now you have a 4-box layout on and using 3 of the cameras. And then again, if I turn the lights off. And you can see I did zoom in with that layout. That's why I'm closer up in all of them. So if I go back to the layouts here, and we're going to go back to mirror. If I go back to this layout and hold down this edit this, let's take the scale. There we go. Border thickness. Let's put that in the background this time, hit done, and then go back to program out. And then there you have it not zoomed in anymore. So it's really cool. I love the device. I'm still learning it and getting acquainted with it, but I love all the inputs. I love the fact it's got a nice big LCD screen for me to be playing with, so that I have the ability to see things really well. So the YoloBox has, you know, a display, which is a big advantage when you're just wanting to be portable. Now, I thought this might be a great device to take to some place like NAB. It has a quarter mount on the bottom. You would be indoors, and you could just do a couple cameras on it and make like a portable rig, attach it to a rolling stand, attach the YoloBox, the camera on a rolling stand, a microphone on a rolling stand, put a SIM card in it, and maybe have another device for live streaming to add better internet, because I'm not sure how good cellular bonding would do at NAB, or just videotape all your interviews and not try to live stream them, but just use it as a mobile rig. You would have the switcher, you would have the computer and everything right there, and you could have your logos. I really do think it would be a great device. You could even do some short little recordings with replay, put them all together and put a quick edit together. So I think there's some really cool things that you could do with the YoloBox. Okay, what's holding up the YoloBox right now? Good question. So let's take it off of here. I bought this when Shannon and I was out shopping. It's a barbecue iron. And so just put a soft, these are little pieces of foam that stick on furniture, like under the legs of a couch, under the legs of a dining room bar stool, not to scratch your tile. So we had a box of that. So I put it on the bottom and I just set it here. I took another piece and glued it onto the table. Let me see if I can show you guys that angle. I know I can here, or can I? I think I can. Let's get this out of the way and transition here. So can we put this off to the side? So this is just stuck on the table. And then these from under my ATEM. These are just door stops, and I use these on the bottom of my ATEM to make it angled. I put them this way to provide grip up against this, and I just set the YoloBox on here, and it makes the perfect stand, pretty stable. Let's go this way, get it better in that camera shot. And so stays right there. It keeps the fan uncovered. So pretty cool little way for me to be able to adjust it and get it off the desk. It has little rubber feet to give it some breathing room, but they're not enough to give it really enough air. They're just really tiny rubber feet, and there's a little fan about this big underneath the YoloBox. I can't show it to you because it's all wired in. You can see all the wires right here, but hopefully that answers your question. So yeah, it does have an internal battery, and I think it's 100 milliamp. And so I have had it on for like 4 or 5 hours, and it drained to about 49%, I think, the last time I was using it in the dining room. Only the Elgato camera is jerky, and that doesn't surprise me at all. That is the least quality camera I have. So That's this one. And I would expect the face cam is the least powerful chip that I have here in cameras. Good to have you, Doug Force, in the stream. Nathan, it's good to have you as well. Can you do a 4K streaming? Yeah, you can 4K stream from the YoloBox. Now, right now I'm using 42% of the CPU. So I have two outputs coming out of it, two HDMI outputs. I have one camera going in. It just timed out. So HDMI 1 on my Canon 5D Mark III times out after 30 minutes. And so I've had it on for 30 minutes, been on this table for 30 minutes. So it just timed out. So if I hit HDMI 1 right now, you'll see that it is completely blank. So I would have to go back over and turn that camera back on. So you can stream 4K. You can also record 4K. And you just got to make sure that you do some testing. It has 5 4K inputs. The YoloCam S3 is a 4K uncompressed video signal. So it is bringing 4K into the device. I'm just not set up to record, or I'm not even set up to stream right now. But you would go in and set the settings at 4K for all of your cameras that you're going to put in there 4K. And then you're going to go ahead and start a stream. And they say you could probably do 2 or 3 cameras and switch between them at 4K. You could also have 4K video clips, my understanding, and play those as well in 4K, because when you're streaming, you would want your graphics ready for that size frame. You would want your video footage to be 4K, or you'd have to do picture-in-picture if it wasn't 4K, if it was only HDMI. So pretty powerful device. I hope that answers that question. That's from Nathan. Let's see. Evening to you again, Doug. What's holding up the YoloBox right now? I shared that. LOL. That's hilarious. Yeah. Well, I was just shopping with Shannon, and I looked through an aisle. It's kind of a restaurant store, so they have restaurant supplies as well as restaurant food, so large things of food. We go there to buy gluten-free crusts for pizza and large bags of pepperoni, large bags of cheese, just to make things like that. And there's certain things that Shannon goes there to get. And so I just went down their kind of kitchen accessory aisle. I paid a ridiculous amount. I think it was like 25 bucks for that device, but that is what's holding up. I'm always looking for something that anyone could go and buy. I wouldn't recommend to buy that to hold up your YoloBox Extreme right now. I was thinking about making a couple little wood slats that could just sit on top of it with a lip at the bottom. So they would have 2 little grooves, and they would just sit on top of this and then have a lip at the bottom to hold the YoloBox on. And then I would just screw those in. It's pot metal, so I'm not sure how it would be able to drill through it. It might have to be something I could glue on. But again, you can get a stand from Aaron Parecki on his channel. It's made in Europe, I believe, so it's probably cheaper to ship in the European areas. But you can get his Extreme stand. I think it's like 125 bucks. And then he has a handle set that screws on the side of it to use it more as a mobile rig, like we were talking about if you use this as a mobile rig outdoors. And I think those handles are another 25, 30 bucks. I think it's on sale right now on Aaron Parecki's channel. So if you were just to Google YoloBox Extreme stand Aaron Parecki, I think it would pop up with the link to where you would need to go to buy that. And I'll get the link and pop it in the chat, in the stream later tonight, though we will be doing our break here in just a minute to do our Zoom gathering. But good idea. I thought you'd 3D print something. Yeah, I don't have a 3D printer, so I can't 3D print anything. So I wish I had a 3D printer, but okay. Any last questions before we wrap it up tonight? Again, we are only planning on doing an hour, so we're going to stop here in the next 20, 30 seconds. Again, if you want to join tonight, so let's go to my macros, and let me fix this real quick. Now, this is going to amaze everybody. that I just discovered I can see over here. So there's the link if you want to join the town hall Zoom meeting that's going to start here in just a few minutes at 5:15. I hope you'll join me. Again, I hope that box that I was supposed to unbox tonight shows up this week. We've been trying to find it and track it. There is no information on the tracking number. So once I get that device, I will unbox it in the next live stream after that. I do want to unbox it live. So we're going to hold on to whatever is coming in the mail, and I will then unbox that in the following. If it comes in on a Friday, we'll unbox it on a Tuesday. If it comes in tomorrow, we're going to unbox it next Tuesday. But that's all I can say about that. But the link is right below me in the chat, so you can go in the chat and click on that link, fill out the form, and then I will as soon as we get off the air, I will go over on my desk and make sure that you get the Zoom Town Hall link so that you can join us for the live stream. So let's see. Now that I can see these, you're welcome. Toto, thank you for joining me. It would be really cool if you would join the Zoom Town Hall. And I think I understand there's a language barrier, so I apologize. I wish I was bilingual. And this is that question earlier. And again, the YoloBox does have an internal battery. And it is a bit jerky, that camera. We can do a 4K recording and a record streaming. So that's one thing that sets the YoloBox Extreme apart from a lot of other devices. It can work with 4K, which is really cool. And again, Doug, thank you for joining us. I wanted to make sure I said hi to you and put that chat on the air. And yeah, the iron is holding up the YoloBox, whatever that thing's called. You usually put it over burgers or bacon on a grill. Pretty cool. Okay, well, no more questions. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hopefully you will join the Zoom Town Hall here at 5:15. That's all that I have for us tonight. I'm going to go ahead and roll the outro for here, but thank you for joining this live stream. We'll have a longer live stream next Tuesday. I hope you'll join me then. Hopefully we'll have a new product to unbox, to talk about. Pretty excited about sharing that with you. And I hope we'll have a great time tonight on the Zoom Town Hall. I'm Keith. This is Life Journey Production Studios, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Outro.